DJ Like Marshmello with DJ Pro. I'm DJ Spiegel Spin, and I'm gonna show you how. Marshmello is one of the most popular DJs around, and the good news is you don't have to be the most popular DJ around or have the most expensive DJ equipment to do some of his really cool DJ tricks. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do some of Marshmello's secret DJ tricks on the iPad with DJ Pro, and then you could also do the same thing on controllers or however you like to DJ. And I'll show you some tricks on the touchscreen so you could do these tricks without a controller. So let's get started. First of all, Marshmello, most of his songs he plays at around 140 BPM. So if we look at one of his playlists over here, you'll see Rescue Me is 148, Alone is 142. And if you're using DJ Pro and Tidal and you don't see the key or the BPM, if you load the song into the deck, it'll analyze it for you. So this one's 142. So the reason why he does this is because he's known for playing EDM songs and then mixing right into hip-hop songs. So a lot of hip-hop songs are about 70 or 80 BPM, like the trap style hip-hop songs. So a trick that you could do is if you go to your BPM, you go from the tempo to the BPM section, and now you could half it. So 71. So a song that is 71 BPM, like a hip hop or a trap song, you could beat match it in if it's exactly half the BPM. So two songs can only play at the same time and sound good if they're the same BPM, and the only exception is if it's either half or double. So a good way to find out what half or double is, just go to this section and press half. So if you guys are interested in doing big genre changes from high BPM to really low BPM, using the half is a really good trick to do. Another thing that Marshmello is known for is doing mixes where when one song after the drop plays, it kind of does a whooshing sound, and then he mixes another song with a whooshing sound. So I'll show you an example right here. So the reason why Marshmello's transitions and DJ tricks sound so smooth and good isn't because the helmet gives him magic powers or anything. It's because he prepares these tracks in a way that he knows exactly where to start the next one and then start doing his mixing technique. So a lot of people say that a lot of these big DJs do this in Ableton or another software where the tracks are already mixed together and then they just press play and it goes. So whether they do that or not, it doesn't matter, but you guys could do it manually, and I'm going to show you how, and it feels really cool when you do it manually. So we're going to want to find the place where we're going to start the mix. So we're going to use these two songs. You see how they both have kind of a funnel and a whoosh right at the spot where the drops end. So go to that spot and then open up the cue point section and then go to skip. So now we're at skip and set it to 16 bars. You could do 32 bars or you could do 64. It's however much you feel comfortable, but for this example, we're going to do it at 16. So have it at the spot where you want to do the transition, and then at the same time, press back 16. You don't have to do it at the same time, but it's cool if you do. So boom. And then, so now this is the spot in both songs that are 16 beats back. And that's where we're going to engage this mix. So go from the skip section all the way to the left to cue section. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a cue point. Boom. Set a cue point. And then if you want to name them, you can name them start and end. And now these cue points are saved in DJ Pro forever. You could exit out of the app. You could log on a different device. And now these cue points are saved. So I always tell you guys that all the songs that you put into your playlist and you plan on playing have at least 4 cue points. And then this is perfect. So now you know these 2 songs can go together and you have the start and end and where you're going to do the mix. So the way this transition works is he mixes in the new song and then slowly brings the volume of the new song up. And then when it's time to do the transition, he puts on a reverb and then he filters it out with a high pass filter. And as he filters it out, he cuts the volume. So this is going to get a little tricky on getting your fingers right to do this on the iPad, but it's possible. And once you get used to it, it's really easy. And I'm going to show you guys how we would do it right now. So I'm going to start it a little bit back. Make sure that this one is ready to go. So here we go. And now it whooshed right in to the next song. So look at songs in your current playlist that you plan on playing and find the spots that have those funnels and then mix them together. So if we go over here, back to Marshmello, this song is Jiggle It, and it has a lot of these little funnels where we can mix in and mix out, and even the end of the song has a sort of funnel. So get the funnel, have 2 songs with the funnel that are around the same BPM, and then you could just simply filter it out, or you could filter out and then add the reverb if you want to add a little bit more pizzazz, or echo works really good too if we put an echo on. So let's get an echo. Let's get back to our other song. So we're going to do our mix over here. And now we're into the next song. So that one, my finger kind of got stuck doing the fader on the song going out. So I used my thumb for the crossfader. So just get used to the fact that if you're using the touchscreen on the iPad, you're going to have limited views of the waveforms and then limited views of the mixers. So use whichever screen is more comfortable for you when you plan on doing this trick. Another popular technique that Marshmello uses frequently in his performances is drop mixing. So he uses the drop swap and other drop mixing techniques. So the drop swap is simply when you have one song playing and it has the build up, then the drop is about to go, you just play the drop of another song. So you guys could do this if you don't prepare your songs at all, because the drops are very easy to find. So this transition is a really good transition to do in the pinch when you're playing EDM. So I'll show you how to do it the most simplest way. So that's one way to do it, and then you're in the drop of the next song. You could use this to shorten songs so you don't have to play the whole song and all the drops. You just play one and then switch it to another drop of a song. So find 2 songs that sound good together and have similar drops, or you could use 2 of Marshmello songs or 2 of the same DJ songs, and then you can mix like that. And the way to do it a little more advanced is if you prepare your tracks. So we'll find the drop of both songs, and then we'll go to skip, and we'll go back 32 for both songs, and then we'll go to cue. And now these cue points are here forever, so the symbol for when we're going to start to do the mix is when we see this red cue point. And you can name them if you guys want. So here we go. And I'm going to be doing this whole mix with the crossfader and not the volume fader. If you're using a controller, you're going to want to use the volume fader. But we're taking advantage, well, we're doing the best with what we got with the limited view with DJ Pro because we want to see these waveforms. So let's start the track. And we're going to have the crossfader kind of like 25%. All right, we're in.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on.
And that one sounded so much more professional, and it makes you feel really good when you get that mix down, and all you had to do was make the cue points in advance. So I hope you guys use these techniques in your DJ sets. That's how I kind of got my style from DJing. I took some of James Hype's DJ tricks. I took some of Marshmello's, some of Avicii's, and then you form your own style of it. So if you guys like learning how to DJ with the iPad and how to do professional DJ performances and techniques with DJ Pro and the iPad, and also all the new controllers and gadgets that are coming out for DJing with the iPad, including virtual reality DJing in the metaverse, subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Also, ask me any question you might have about DJ Pro or the DJing with the iPad, and I will try to answer the best I can. Thank you.